Hi folks, how you all doing? Cross6 here. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Well, for today's gameplay, all I can say is we're on Lakeville, platooned up with my very dear friend Booty44, who I mentioned in my previous video. This turned out to be a fairly decent game actually, so you'll have to watch to see what the end result was and see if you can guess of how this is going to end. So I'm in the little light tank, the ELC EVEN 90, and I'm just making my way down to the popular spot for light tanks. Hopefully I won't get spotted. I make a little bit of an error here. I brake too quickly. But thankfully I managed to get into the bush. And that's the thing, isn't it, with light tanks? You know, on the console, you generally tend to find light tanks will go running out there, running all over the place like a headless chicken. And on the PC version of the game, you don't often see that. You don't see that very often. You do get, obviously, light tanks that will run around from time to time. But generally, they tend to take little spots that they know, realistically, they're not going to get spotted on. And it means they're going to be fairly safe. But it's a bit strange, isn't it? Because as a light tank driver, and I've played many light tanks on the console variant, and I've played a few on the PC, but not as much as I should do really to get used to that class of vehicle. But it's weird, isn't it? Because you find that nice little sweet spot, if you like, and I think I found this little sweet spot for myself. No, you can't have it. It's mine. But it's great because if you've got something like the ELC EVEN 90, which has got just insane camouflage rating, you know, you've got tanks that could just pretty much drive past you. As long as they don't come within that little circle around your tank, you don't get spotted, especially if you're in a bush. So a lot of the time is when you get yourself into these little spots, you've just got to sit there, and as tempting as it is, when nothing seems to be happening, that you have to just persevere and just wait. And patience is the key, as Skills would say. Patience is the key, and that's basically how I generally tend to try and play light tanks. Not very successfully most of the time, I have to admit. Probably 95% of the time I don't do it very successfully, but it's all a big learning curve, isn't it? And every day is a school day. That's what they say, isn't it? On your road to enlightenment, as Grasshopper would say, as he's walking across the rice paper barefooted. But we've got this LT432 right in front of me, and thankfully I'm not being spotted. And as tempting as it is to shoot, I know chances are if I shoot I'm going to get spotted and then probably destroyed. So I'm going to just keep my fingers away from the fire button and not press it as much as I really want to. But it's, you know when you get them things, don't you think, I really want to do it, I just want to do it. It's like that red button that says do not press, and you start staring at this thing and you just want to press that button. Oh, I've just pressed that button. But thankfully I haven't been spotted yet. Now all the older viewers will understand what I just said there about Grasshopper. Kung Fu, David Carradine. That was a great programme. And the Water Margin and Monkey. I don't know whether you got Monkey over in the United States of America, the US of A. But I loved that programme. I loved it. Monkey. Where he used to fly down on a cloud. I was only a child with the big wagon wheels and a banana and a ham sandwich for your supper on a Friday evening. But there you go. That was a different era then, wasn't it? I'm giving away my age a little bit there, I suppose. I remember when we had ringworm. But I'm absolutely flabbergasted that this LT432 didn't spot me, and you can see him going back and forward, thinking, where am I being spotted? Where am I being spotted from? And little did he know, I'm right next to him. And that's what's insane about this ELC EVEN 90. The camouflage on it is just insane. And you know, of course you get the crew skills and camouflage it and binoculars and blah blah blah. This is what you can achieve, and it's great. I love it. So please, Wargaming, don't change it. I know I've probably just put the Kybers on it, but please, Wargaming, leave it be. Just leave it alone, will you? For me, please. I promise I'll be good. And we're just coming up to Christmas. And of course, we've got the loot boxes coming out soon, and I'm looking forward to that. And let's see how we get on. I did quite well in them last year. I got a few premium tanks out of it. Didn't spend a whole huge amount of money. I spent a little bit, not too much. So I'm hoping that the loot boxes this year will be as good as they were last year, that's for sure. So I see that they've managed to take the one line coming in at the back end of our base. So I thought I'd do a quick spot and run ahead of me, see if I could spot anything, which I did. I managed to spot the Sioux 1:30 PM, and then I decided to open fire again. Which, again, just I don't know why I do it. It's that big red button syndrome. I just can't help myself. I can't help myself. And a bit of bad driving there with an L plate that should have been attached to the back of my little tank. But I'm going to make my way back towards the base and see if I can spot the guys up that are pushing in onto our base for the rest of my team to hopefully get some shots at them. Well, that was the plan anyway. So as I'm just making my way towards, I'm kind of thinking, well, my driver's now being injured, so that's going to scupper me a little bit because it slows my tank down just a little bit, not too much. And that's the good thing with this little ELC EVEN 90. It is a pretty decent tank. It's great for spotting, blah blah blah. It's not so great at shooting on the move, although you do manage to get a couple of shots in now and again. I've just been spotted, so managed to get a shot into him. He's a one shot, and again miss. But see if I can get another final shot into him, or somebody else going to get him. We'll get, yeah, well done. But there is another tank there, and I'm sure I saw 3 tanks on the map there. What's that, the Barask? So I managed to get a shot into him. Luckily, he missed me there. Now he's reloading, so I've done well. They've taken him out. So yeah, all is good at the moment. It's up for grabs. The win is up for grabs. It's weird though, isn't it? Because you often hear a lot of people say, especially the Unicums, you know, they always say map awareness is everything. You know, looking at your lines of sight of where you could possibly get rounds into the enemy forces. And it's so true that the map awareness element to this game is probably, I would say, probably about 70-75% of the game itself. I mean, what do you think? Do you think I'm right in saying that, or perhaps, you know, perhaps I'm off wrong with that? I don't know, but I just, you're always hearing people, aren't you, saying, especially as I say, especially the Unicum, saying, oh, you know, map awareness is everything in this game, and it is. It really is. And the difficult side of it, especially if you know, you've got a new tank and that, and you're trying to build up your skills and trying to get your crew up, because obviously that's where Wargaming will make their money out of you by, you know, spending 200 gold per crew member to get them fully trained before you can start unlocking skills, you know, start working up and grinding away the XP for your skills like Sixth Sense, Brothers in Arms, etc, etc. And it is a grind. It's a real grind, as well as trying to grind out the XP to get up to your next cannon or the next tracks or, you know, radio or anything like that, to get onto your eventual tank that you're trying to grind up towards. And I think as a newish player, they would find that quite daunting, I would think. And it is a grind, and, you know, hopefully, you know, Wargaming could perhaps do something about that in the future and make it a little bit easier, especially, I would say, up to, say, tier 7 tanks, where they should make it a little bit quicker. And I know that you can use your crews and that, and you can transfer them and all that kind of thing. I don't know, I'm just kind of putting it out there. What do you think? It is a bit of a grind trying to get your crew skills up and trying to get your training up and all that kind of stuff. I just wish it would go a little bit faster than it actually does. But then again, I suppose the way it is at the moment currently, it makes it, you know, even more sweeter, I guess, once you have finally managed to grind that final XP out for the next tank or your next cannon or whatever. So yeah, I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, isn't it, at the end of the day? But it would be nice if it was just go a little bit quicker. I think it would keep a lot more people motivated to keep grinding away if it was just that little bit faster, I think. I don't know, what do you think? Do you think I'm talking a load of crap, or do you think it's just about right? I don't know. Leave it in the comments below. I'd be interested to read that, because it's something that's always come to mind with me, is, you know, especially when you're grinding away, you think, oh no, not another game that I've had a crap game because I've got no Sixth Sense and I've been spotted early on and I've been taken out of the game And if you sit at the back of the map because you haven't got sixth sense and stuff, it's very difficult then to try and get shots in, to try and do damage, to get more XP, to get up there a lot faster. Yes, you have your boosters and that and whatnot, but again, if you're not doing damage in the game, then it makes it very, very difficult for you to, you know, to try and get the XP to unlock the next piece of equipment or etc. Managed to get the Scorpion G. I thought he was going to have me there, but managed to just get him. Now this little ELC even 90. Me and him. Let's go El Mano. I wonder who's going to win this one. Eh? Is it me or is it you? Eh? I'm reloading and you got me. But thankfully, my very dear friend Booty44 manages to take him out. He was waiting for him. So all is good in the hood. Anyway, guys, let's go on to the end plates and we'll see how we did. It was a win for us, so not too shabby. We managed to do just over 229,000 credits, so not too bad at the end of the day. My dear friend Booty44, number one. Well done, fella. You deserve that. Anyway, guys, till the next one, have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.